Welcome back to Inferno Online Stockholm and welcome back to Pantamera CSGO Challenge 2nd edition. I'm standing here with Kadian from Team Preparation who, well, really stomped actually Team ENCE 16-1 first game.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really what we expected. We expected to win the game. We were very confident going into this tournament, but 16-1, especially because the way the veto works for this LAN is in best of ones that you remove 2 maps each, and then from the last 3, it's randomly generated which one it's going to be. And Cobblestone was one of the 3 we least wanted. So, I mean, we had our confidence, and we knew that if we played our A game, we would do it. So we did. People knew when to make plays and when to just play passively. It was a good job by my team.
You were just coming from a tournament in Sweden, in Småland, where you actually played Cobblestone in the third decider game and didn't plan out as well as you did today. Have you been practicing Cobble since?
Yeah, we have, for sure. I mean, obviously the problem last time was that we got 11 rounds as T, starting on T, and then our CT just completely collapsed. But we've been power breaking Couple now, so we are prepared for this event. We have a way wider map pool, so it's looking good for us. Yeah,
and now we're going to face ENCE, who you didn't play against when you got this spot when you finished second in the Nordic Nationals. So ENCE with the Alu as addition, much better than earlier?
I mean, Alu is obviously a good player. You can't take that away from him, but it is a team game after all. And I mean, ENCE has been having some roller coaster results. Sometimes you are very, very impressed by them, and other times you're like thinking that they would do better than they have done. But obviously, they are a very strong team and a contender for the top in the near future.
After this impressive first game, do you see yourself as the winner of the whole tournament?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, our expectations for the team, as the team only, has been to go and win this lane, because last time at our first event we were like, okay, if we go out of groups and then we take one game at a time and so on, but we just made our agreement that we're gonna go for the top and that's our goal, so let's see if it works out.
Well, there you have it. Let's see if it works out. We wish Kadian and Team Preparation best of luck, and also ENCE. Back to you, NATO and NATO Safix.
All right, there you have it. Now we're gonna, just being said, that we're gonna have the 2 winning teams playing one another. It's gonna be Team Preparation versus ENCE. Both teams pretty much stopping their opposition in that first game. ENCE beating Alamix 16-2, and Preparation beating Ancient 16-1. That's an interesting start to the day, for sure.
Definitely. 2 stomps. Well, definitely 2 stomps. 2 stomps very early on in the tournament, and it's interesting when you have 2 teams that get such good results and then they face each other in the next match, because it's interesting to see. I mean, you would be able to argue that Ancient is probably a better team than Alamix, so that result probably has a bigger weight, especially because they even beat them by a bigger scoreline. But we talked about this going into this game. This is kind of the first place decider of the groups, because we're kind of expecting both teams to be beating Alamix.
Yeah, I mean, the round difference right now is definitely looking good for both ENCE and Preparation. Preparation is sitting at +15 and it's a +14. Meanwhile, the other 2 teams are sitting at -14 and -15 respectively. As you can see now in the monitor, it's going to be Preparation and ENCE 3 points each, and Alamix and Ancient, who are going to be facing one another in the other game in Group A simultaneously together with this match that we're covering here, to see which one of the 2 is going to be opening up their points. I mean, we're going to assume and expect it to be Ancient, but then again, a lot of lack of self-confidence. It was a huge factor, and just Ancient wasn't playing great. But I guess we should go into this one here. It's going to be the map in this match is going to be Mirage, is judging from what they have on the server right now. So that's an interesting one to start things off. What's your thoughts, these 2 teams, this map?
I think Kadian as a player is very, very comfortable on Mirage, and I think I was at the ESL Nordic also casting that event, and Glaze had some huge performances, especially on Mirage, where he would just have the perfect lurk timings and would just outplay his opponents time and time again and win so many clutch rounds. So I'm also looking to him to step up and pull his team through this match. But Mirage, a map where you have if you have a strong upper, it can really, really benefit you.
Yeah.
And I think a case can be made that both teams have a very, very strong upper.
Yeah, or you could say two uppers. I mean, it's not going to be surprising to me if ENCE has the economy. They might be opting to go for the double up on both Allo and Stonda.
Yeah.
A lot of talk has been on the fact that Stonda is actually the main upper for ENCE right now. He's the one that it's picking it up before Allo does, and just for the sole fact that Stonda is very talented and needs to just be pushed and put into a situation where he needs to perform. And I think down the line he's going to be an interesting talking point. But here, let's go through the roster of ENCE. It's going to be Allo, Juho, Stonda, Sunny, and Kasarte. Another interesting player on the lineup is Juho. I think his entry kills. The level of play he is doing on that entry role has been pretty good actually. He managed to trade off kills when he's the second guy coming in together with Sunny. So he's definitely been a huge impact for ENCE so far. And just like Katie has said, it's been a bit of a roller coaster for the team so far. There's some good results, but obviously some results that you'd expect not to happen. But that is to be expected when you are a new team. Just to go through the preparation lineup as well, we have Cadian, Glaze, Crystal, Lama, and Venton. A team that we just saw playing against Ancient and playing very capably. Cadian especially doing a very good job at trading kills on the entries when preparation was attacking on that T side. Crystal with some nice plays too.
And Venton with the 4K where he got boosted up.
Exactly.
That was also absolutely amazing.
So pretty much everyone on the team chiming in. Well, when it's a 16-1, you're going to expect pretty much everyone to be somehow at least influential into the score line. But we're still waiting here for the last remaining players. I think we're missing one player from the server, and once we have him, we should be going live here in a moment's time with the net round.
Juho was actually one of the players at ESL Nordic who surprised me the most. He had a game on Mirage where I think he was at something like 25 or 26 kills, and everyone else on the server was below 15, and I think they were down at towards 10. He had such a massive showing. He kind of, in the late game, just took a chill pill, didn't get as many frags, but I still think he got over 30 kills. So a very, very strong player, and that was also on Mirage, so I'm looking for him to step up here.
Yeah, he's a super versatile player. You could argue that there's pretty much everyone else except for Sunny that could pick up the op potentially. Juho, he can op as well. But just being a force when it comes to being the entry fragger or being one of the two first guys going into the bomb site. So he can definitely be a one-man turret making things happen.
But it's not really the same case with team preparation, is it? Because you have Cadian, who's a very capable upper, but as far as the other players go, it's really not any players that I normally would think about when thinking about, top uppers.
Yeah, I agree, but just generally speaking, I mean, like we mentioned before the first match, I mean, this team, the lineup that preparation has is just another testament to how wide the talent pool is in both Sweden and Denmark. I mean, we've seen recently players like Magic Spoy coming into the equation and other new names in the scene, so there's a lot of talent hidden. You would maybe even know more about this than me, especially for Denmark.
Yeah, definitely for Denmark. There's just so many. We also see Dignitas right now who, they have a bunch of talents, but also it's like they've been kind of on the low for so long, and now players like Kjabi are starting to step up massively, and Config also.
Yeah, that's true.
The future is bright for these countries, definitely.
That's one factor as well. Dignitas with this lineup, I don't think a lot of people really expected them to be close to as good as they have been so far, and it just goes to show, you don't decide these games on the paper. It's all a matter of how do these players mesh together, how do they chemistry work, and how do they fit in and find their roles within the team. And they've definitely found their roles. MSL doing a great job at the in-game leading on there.
Yeah, I mean, it's also, I remember when the Dignitas lineup was kind of official the first time. You look at it, and there's nobody over 21 years of age, and they're all they're obviously not inexperienced, because a guy like MSL has been to Dignitas for some time, and a guy like Rubino has been to Norwegian top teams playing with players like Rain and also Jacob. So, I mean, very, very strong players, of course, but not too experienced in the terms of they haven't played professionally for too long.
That being said, I think we're going to knife round.
True.
of this match between ENCE and Preparation and not Dignitas. So let's get right into it here. Mirage definitely a map where both teams would probably like to start on that CT side. You're looking at a map where a 10 to 5, 9 to 6 CT halves are quite common. Kills being traded here in the knife, going into actually a 3-on-1 in favor of ENCE right now, so it's looking pretty good for the Finns of getting the option of choosing one side to start with, and Stunde getting that last kill onto Llama in the knife round, and it's going to be ENCE starting on that CT side. Their CT side is pretty prominent. I mean, like I said, if they have the economy, you'll see double ops coming into play if need be. You may even see some auto snipers every now and again. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of an approach we're going to have from Preparation to this T side. They were quite methodical, slow, default, heavy, going by the picks and trading well. That was pretty much the medicine that Preparation was utilizing, and doing it really well against Ancients. So let's see if ENCE is going to be doing a better job at playing that CT side and making sure that those trades don't favor Preparation.
Yeah, but I think what also went really well for Preparation was that pretty much every single round they ended up getting the first frag.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, and so if ENCE actually do a better job at making sure that they don't give up an easy kill at the start of the game, or at start of every round, it could totally change, because we haven't really seen Preparation in too many disadvantage with situations in terms of numbers.
So pistol round is on its way. Preparation T side. Let's see what they've been buying here. They've dropped KD and Tech 9, so he's at Tech 9 and armor, and Venton and Llama with little nades. So some sort of an execute is to be expected. It seems to be it's going to be on that A site. Clays is ready to face Alu. They are going to trade some shots, but no HP loss for either of the two. Still waiting for things to happen. ENCE seems to have two players on that A site. One is in CT spawn, one playing passively in B, and one in window. Just waiting for things to happen. It's 2 minute and 20 on the clock. The smokes are coming in now. The attack is about to take place. Alu's going to open up on Glaze. Meanwhile, 3 of the other ones are coming up on the slope. It's going to be a 5-on-3 in favor of ENCE, but then that's going to be Preparation equalizing the situation into a 3-on-3. Pretty much getting the bomb side, but Sunny is going to connect on Crystal here as the lone man on the side with 50 HP left. He's going to have a fight in his hands. This goes with Venton, the last guy down, and he's going to go down to Xarte. A great start for ENCE there. A straight up play from Preparation towards that A side, not managing to trade the kills properly this time around. And it's going to be ENCE winning that crucial first pistol round. Now, let's see what is going to be Preparation's approach to the second round. Seems like it's going to be a full-on... Yeah, it's going to be a full-on buy from them. P250s, actually, and armors, and a lot of nades. So, looks like it's going to be an A push from them, potentially.
Yeah, so opting to go with smaller pistols instead of the Tech 9, which is way more usual, just to get a few more nades in. And I really like this decision, actually, because Mirage is definitely one of those maps where you can play execute heavy and still get a bunch of rounds. So with these forward smokes, they should be able to actually block off completely. And they are playing retake on the A bomb side as well.
Exactly,
so if they do smoke off the crucial parts of the map, then it's going to be pretty hard for ENCE to actually go in and disable them from getting a bomb plant.
Yeah, I think bomb plant is probably going to be given unless someone goes super ham here, and it's going to get a lot of kills on Preparation as the attack comes in. And here comes the smokes. The attack is about to happen here. It's going to be 4 players from that slope. It's going to be 1 from the A Palace. And look at this. They're just pushing in towards Connector, actually. So they're going to go straight on the fight. But Yuho's going to be opening up on the kills on Crystal. Xarte and Alu to connect as well. So the bomb plant is trying to go in, but the planner goes down. So it didn't work out exactly the way they were expecting it to be honest with you. I mean, it was an interesting plan. They smoked off all the crucial spots and then tried to swarm into that connector area, trying to surprise the CTs, but they were not to be a surprise in this situation. No bomb plant either. So that's going to be 100% save round here for Preparation, and at least they're not going to have an opper going into that first weapon round with an armor and nades. So good start for ENCE, keeping it clean as well.
Yeah, and they actually tried to get the bomb plant twice, and both times the bomb planter got killed, but they're going to just be accelerating off of this. So Wenton goes down quickly here as Sonny tries to get more. He takes down Crystal, and then close up, he actually lines them up. So Sonny takes down both Loma and Cadian with a single spray as Alu closes it out with Glace going down in the end. So now the first buy round coming in, and yeah, do you have any predictions on which side they're going to head to? Who's going to be coming out on top here?
I feel like preparation is going to take it slow. It's going to have a bit of a default here. It's going to be just defense. It's going to, seeing as they have the UMPs, they have FAMASs, they have a MAG, if they're going to be pushing into underground, which seems like they are, yep, they're going to wait for a pop flash here if they hear anyone in underground. It's a very viable strategy, definitely, when you keep into these weapons. He's actually using a UMP here. In this range is actually a very capable weapon, and it seems like as we look at things, it might be potentially where a couple of the T's are going. But look at this, Xarda has pushed all the way into the B apps in the kitchen area together with Stonda here, and so they potentially will be leaving one of the CTs here and then fall back to play middle more officially. But Yuho is going to be facing one of the T's. He's going to get a kill on Venton and then fall back. It's going to be the opening kill for ENCE. And Crystal going to be the lone man here in B, and thinking very slow is preparation. That's going to be Alu as well, connecting on Kadian. So a quick 5 and 3 in fair prevents.
Yeah, Lama going to be putting up the smoke, the lance and connector, so that gives you a lot of possibilities, but really not a lot of possibilities when you have the amount of map control that the T's have now, and they also only have 3 players, so it's going to be hard for them to regain map control.
Yeah.
So even though this smoke is a very, very nice smoke and it works really well, it's not going to work out this time. But Glaze taking the fight towards the A-bomb side. He has pushed through the smoke. A good pop flash comes in. Beautiful stuff. And Sonny gets a free kill, more or less. And Loma sitting behind the smoke looking for anything, but can't quite find it. And so the CTs just need to wait. It's only 20 seconds left on the clock, and it's going to be a very hard round for the T's.
Yeah, 2-on-5 situation. Sonny and Yuho are going to be facing those 2 T's, and Yuho actually picks up both of the kills. Yeah, smart plays from ENCE, and a lot more confidence than what we saw from Agent previously. Good read from Yuho there, going to underpass, underground, and getting that kill on the stairs to one of the B guys, and then kills being made in middle as well, eventually making it into a 5-on-2. That nice pop flash as well to enable Sonny to get the kill number 3 of the round. So ENCE really looking good so far. 4-0 on the scoreboard. It's going to be some upgraded pistols for preparation. A couple of smokes and flashes to work with, but no armors except for Venton, and it's going to be Kadian getting that first kill, but Alu to trade it away right away, and Yuho connecting directly after 2. But Yuho's going to be in a bit of a interesting situation here with 2 T's right under him in the window, but he's going to get a kill on Kadian. Should have the information right now of where the last 2 T's are.
Yeah, and they are just going to be in mid. They only have pistols. Only one of them has armor, so it's really not much they can do, and they are going to just fall. So 5-0 scoreline. It's not too uncommon on Mirage, but I think these rounds, they have been very convincingly been taken by ENCE, and I think we have also seen clear signs of ENCE having powerful teamwork. We saw the pop flash come in. We saw Sonny afterwards play at Firebox, then peeking, just shoulder peeking, going behind the box, and then his teammate peeks. So he finds the information, his teammate comes out, takes the kills, and actually end up kind of double peeking the T's from multiple angles, and that's just, there's really nothing to do. There's no counter to that.
Yeah, look at Kadian though. He's already crept up from the A slope, trying to get a cheeky kill. Question is if he's going to find anyone. Sonny's going to be on the balcony alone. I think he has to know right now with that smoke coming in that there's a guy on the balcony. He's going to be the lone player on that A. So Kadian potentially could be getting a cheeky little kill here. Not really getting spotted even. There you have it. Kadian is going to open up on Sonny. But instead of committing, he's going to fall back. It's interesting with a minute left on the clock. Bomb is actually towards that B bomb side more, and Crystal is going to get that second kill on Alu. So things looking a lot better for preparation in round number 6 compared to any of the previous rounds.
Yeah, we're kind of seeing the team preparation that we saw in the first game. Crystal landing his shots, and Kadian and I'm not quite sure, I think it was Loma who combined brilliantly to take down the player playing above Shadow. And Kadian, no one really knows that he's pushed so far out, and that smoke, as you said, kind of is a tell that someone is probably above Shadow. So very nicely played, but I think perhaps ENCE are giving them too much room to work with on A. They're playing passive every single time. They don't really want to battle the angles at all. Yeah,
right now preparation is creeping up. They're coming up from that A slope, just pushing it. Xarda probably heard this so far already, and it's going to take a duel with Lama, who comes out on top. Crystal gets a kill on Stunner, leaving Yuho alone in a 1-on-5 situation. Yuho connects to the shot on Kadian, but it's going to get mowed down in the end. It's going to be preparation on the board. It's a slow, methodical round, and look at this. I was talking about the potential of double ops, and we have those coming in round number 7. Both Stonde and Alu are going to be trying to cause some havoc with them. Probably going to be on B short in connector area. It's going to be my assumption.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Team Preparation are just making their way towards the B-bomb side. This is the first round that they've played towards the B-bomb side. And Alu going to be missing his shot. It's a very hard shot to land, so it's really not that big of a deal. But he gets a bit of information, but so do the terrorists, of course. Alu going to be falling down to a safer position as Cadian unfortunately misses the shot. If he gets that shot, that's usually a nice way into the bomb side, because you don't play the B-apps area that heavy.
And again, we have Preparation actually falling back all the way towards that A site. They have plenty of mollies and smokes and flashes to play for here. So, gonna assume it's gonna be smoke placed in some crucial spots. Or see the spawn, maybe the stairs towards the connector as well, and then trying to surprise the CTs. And here comes the smoke. We've got 2 CTs here, Sunny and Alu. But Sunny's gonna get Molotov'd on top of the balcony. He has to fall back to the site. Crystal already pushing in. And it's gonna be the first man coming in. He's gonna get the kill on Yuho as well. Good entry from Preparation, but are pushing connector instead of the site. Now Sunny is gonna connect on Venton. Just kills going back and forth, and it's gonna be an afterplant situation here.
And they do have the numbers advantage, so with a few smokes as well, and very good afterplant positions. They should be picking up this round, Team Preparation, but the CTs, of course, are still going to put in a valiant effort to try and retake this bomb site. Lome, in fact, not getting that kill. That's going to be Cadian, who has a good position, but Stun and Alu finding one apiece, and Cadian is also, well, his presence is known, so they might be able to actually take down him as well. And they will indeed. So Glaze, he is going to be taking out Stonde and then Alu, but if Stonde hits that shot, there's really, it's in favor of ENCE. It's very, very nice try from ENCE.
Yeah, that was surprising how close it got in the end. It seemed like Preparation was going to clean it up. And then Alu and Stonde coming in. It was just Stonde missing that last crucial shot that made the difference. Had he hit it, I think Alu would have had the defuse. But we have the double op still coming into play. Money for ENCE to buy on this one as well. This time around, Alu's going to be in window. And Preparation is going to lose the first guy of the round with Yuho, together with Sunny pushing in A Palace. It's a lot of information gained by ENCE, and also the first kill of the round. Meanwhile, the rest of the T's are just holding forth here in B apps. Bomb is still towards the T spawn, so they are just waiting for the next move, really. They're waiting for potential aggressiveness from the CTs. As we can see here, this is actually set up for quite an aggressive hold of middle so far.
Yeah, and Sart once again just going to be jumping for information, and that's a good call, especially when you're in a 5 versus 4 situation. You don't really want to commit to a battle, because if you do go down, then that's going to be favoring the terrorists, definitely. So instead, playing the information game is a much smarter decision, and now he's also delayed his smoke so much that the T's actually either have to push through smoke or wait it out. And it looks like they're going to do the first one.
Yeah, they will have to commit to this B bomb side with 30 left, unless they go on our pass and just directly run into A. But as it seems like now, it's 25 on the clock. It's definitely going to be a B push here. One coming catwalk 3 with B apps. And that's going to be Alu connecting on the first shot from the B kitchen. So Cadian, though, is going to retaliate on Sarte, so the next kill is going to be huge on this round. And it's going to be Alu on Cadian and Stone on Crystal, so leaving Lome alone here. He's going to make it a 2-on-1, though, in just a matter of seconds. He's going to pick the plant, but Alu's going to connect on that shot once again. And there you have it. And picking up that round.
Good decision by Lome, actually. With only 5 seconds left, he knows that he can't get the one plant because Alu is also going to be close, and instead of just committing to the plant and dying, he at least fakes the plant and tries to take down Ali to do some economic damage. But it's not going to work out here. Now they are on a P250 buy.
Yeah.
But no armor, so it's going to be a bit of a struggle for them to take either of the bomb sites.
Yeah, that's the because they lost so many members in that round they won. A round that seemed quite clear-cut for them, but then Alu and Stonde coming up with the 2 ops, almost making it possible. So then losing the round afterwards, meaning that their money bonus was reset, and getting the bomb blind though. So they should have been. I think they're sitting around 2K, probably. So enabling a buy for the next one. Yeah, pretty much across the board.
And this is actually scary. Sart is here with a Mag 7, going to be jumping, and since they don't have any armor, this could really be painful. And the T's are going to be coming in Stunde with this same position we saw him use earlier, and it's a good position for information, but this time with an orb it's also very powerful. Sart going to be jumping, but going to be taken down. Stunde with another one though, and that's Loma dropping. So Stunde needs to just keep this bomb site under control for as long as possible, but he can't quite do it. Venton takes him down, and now they might be able to get a bomb plant, especially now that Glaze gets yet another kill with just a Glock, in fact. But Alu going to be taking him down. A lot of players down though from the T's.
I think Stunde didn't have a head armor. That's why he got mowed down so quickly by the pistol. But we didn't get to see what happened with Sarta there, but he got destroyed too, trying to jump Mag 7. The T's coming in. Usually a very viable option of making some minced meat of the T's, but it didn't work out this time around. Now, again, it's going to be preparation on a buy. A little bit limited on the utility side of things, but still a couple of smokes to work with. And KDN here in underpass, and Yuho in the sneaky position once again. They're going to have a pop flash coming into underpass. That's usually something they do. And they did, and now KDN is going to go down to Yuho with the UMP. It's a perfect timing for that strategy, and it's going to be another opening kill for ENCE. And KDN has been a crucial part of preparation so far, going down as the first man. So it's going to be 5-on-4 in favor of ENCE, and still a minute and 10 seconds to play for here. So preparation has a lot of options to work with here. Like I said, though, limited utility. It's something that it's going to be a bit of a worry for them, but still enables them to do enough stuff. But Aloe thinks otherwise. He's going to pick up a kill on Glaze, making things worse for preparation at this point. He'll have gained mid control with 2 players, at least partially, but without any kills, not really going to help a lot.
No. Yuho is making good use of this UMP though. He's not only investing much smaller as he is just buying an SMG, but he's also getting a bigger kill reward, so that means that they will be getting better economy throughout the game. But Crystal and Alu, one AWP kill per player, and Crystal looking for more, but right now not in a position to find it. And look at the rotations, they're so quick from ENCE. Loma going to be taking down Juho though, and Crystal should be finding Alu if he crosses here, but he actually just drops his guard and enables Alu to cross if he wants to. So Sonny comes in from short. Crystal peeks the wrong area at the wrong time.
Yeah, I think he slipped off the window and tried to shoot with the AWP in midair. Obviously not connecting. And that's going to mean another save round for preparation at this point, sitting at 2.5-ish each. ENCE having lost quite a few members in the rounds, as we've seen so far, means that their economy is not sitting that pretty either. They're hoping for as clean of an anti-eco round as possible. Preparation hasn't really spent a lot of money on this round. Just P250s actually across the board. Well, that's $300 each being spent on the round, but no nades at all. So getting a bomb plant is going to be rather slim chance unless they get the first picks of the site.
And it looks like they're actually pulling off the Titan strat here, the kind of existence signature move where they just buy up a few pistols, don't invest heavily into the round, stay in spawn, talk it through, and then do a quick execute.
I think it's smart. I mean, that's sort of like an extra timeout you can spend on thinking of what are we going to do on the next one. And now they're just going to be running up here. Should be pretty straightforward, but they're going to be pushing Connector here and get that first pick on Glaze, but Alu going to retaliate together with Stunde. But Alu in a very, very horrible situation right now. It's going to be a 3-on-1 in the end, but again, a couple of kills make it 3 from preparation. Going to be limiting ENCE's economy and going to make things easier for preparation to potentially make the chains in how things are going here. They could force an eco from ENCE rather quickly with how many kills they're managing in these eco rounds.
Yeah, it almost seems like they're managing more kills on pistols than they are with rifles. Interesting enough.
Yeah, it's probably true actually.
But I mean, it just seems like these ops are kind of too strong for team preparation right now. They're not really... they're now going to be pushing through a Molotov, actually. They're going to be just going straight into this bomb site. And good smoke timings as well. So they do have the bomb site now. They're going to be going for this bomb plant that they weren't able to get down last time. And they do get the first frag as well. Benson going to be pushing the smoke, I believe, Well, not quite yet. But Lomme, knowing Sonny is here, trying to take him out, and he will so indeed. So now in a 3 versus 5 situation, and as you talked about, their money is limited, so they will be probably looking to save if they lose yet another player, and they will. Look, going to be going for one more, but there really is no way back into this round, and they should be saving. Or will they somehow manage some magic?
I think they're looking to get some extra kills, but Alo may be overcommitting to that situation, really. It's now Stonda going to be the lone man from the CTs falling back, but it's going to get picked down by Cadian. And money not looking great for ENCE, so it's definitely going to be a save for them. So it's a nice, fastly push from Preparation working out. Maybe getting into the site too easy, not really giving up a lot of ground. Going in there, getting the bomb down directly, and then just nullifying that retake and tap from ENCE. But look at this, though. There's quite a heavy investment from ENCE at this point into this. There's going to be a scout on Xarte. Sunny with a FAMAS. A quick connector push. Alu going to get the first kill by Venton. Is going to trade it away right away, making it a 4-on-4 situation. But Venton sitting at 5 HP. But then Cadian just managed the next kill. Putting the numbers in favor of Preparation. And that's going to be that A side pretty much wide open. Sunny needs to make some moves here in the slow, but he gets... No, he does not get picked up by Venton. That is interesting. They should felt like that duel should have gone Venton's way every day of the week.
Yeah, but with only 5 HP, it's really hard to make anything work. And Cadian then gets taken down, so this force just paying off massively. Crystal now going to be the last man standing. He does have an AWP to play with, and there's one player low, but it's definitely not an easy round to pick up.
No. So let's have a lot of information on where Crystal is right now, but look at this. It's going to be Sunny here. Put a monster flag through T-spawn. He needs to slow down. He's going to get heard by Crystal quite soon. May have even been heard by Crystal. But right now, it's going to be Crystal coming out on top on that frag, but that's going to be the information for ENCE right now where Crystal is. He's going to be going to B apps. He's going to be pushing towards that B bomb site, which is not occupied by either of the 2 remaining CTs. So Crystal is more than likely going to manage a bomb plant. He still has a smoke, 2 flashes, and a grenade to work with. So there's still a good possibility for him to rack up this round. The waiting game is real. It's 15 seconds on the clock as well. He's finally going into the B bomb site. He's going to be planning into a smoke. That's going to be the cue for ENCE guys to rotate. Now they got to be smart about this and play it together instead of 1 by 1. Trying to make this as hard as possible for Crystal.
They're playing this very slow. They're definitely looking to group up, but they're kind of enabling Crystal to actually take a good position with his AWP. He doesn't spot out any of them, and he's kind of second-guessing himself here. He doesn't know where they're coming from, but if he lands the first shot here, and he does, that makes it definitely favoring him.
All
so Stonda, and Stonda now has an AK, so he has to make something work. The fake going to be coming in. Crystal sees it. Stonda has to just run for it, and since ENCE once again don't really have a lot of money, there's really no reason for him to actually even try to take this AWP off of Crystal. He has to just get out of there with what he has.
Yeah. Good job from Crystal there, winning that. It was still very possible 1-2, considering he got that bomb down, and that was, it's one of those gambles you have to make. ENCE was making it with not having anyone in B, instead of having one in CT spawn and one in A. So basically banking on a push from Crystal when it goes into B. So, no, it's going to be a save for ENCE. I do have a bit of upgraded pistols, and AKO and Aloe has an armor together with Stonda as well. And interestingly enough, Crystal has bought a auto sniper on that T side, something we see less. I mean, we do see the scar on the CT side, but not so much that T sniper. And he's going to hurt one of the CTs quite heavily. He's going to go down to 20 HP, actually. And no kills so far in this round.
I think he also hit Aloe there, perhaps.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, do you think it was a good decision by ENCE to force up that last round? Because normally a 9-6 scoreline isn't too bad, but now they're kind of enabling them to get that 9-6. If they just had ecoed up, they could have bought the next one. It definitely gives them a bigger chance of winning the round, and it's going to be at least a 10-5.
Yeah, probably a case of where they didn't like their money, because I didn't see how much exactly they had money, so maybe they wouldn't been able to have a 100% full buy on the following round, and they felt Preparation's money was quite low, so they could have forced Preparation into a save here had they won that one. So probably a combination of those 2 things is why the choice was made.
Yeah, but look at Sonny.
Sonny has the information on the bomb. Inventon's going to come in. Not going to take a shot. He's going to take a shot now. He's going to hear the second guy who's below him. Cadian is going to have a bit of a duel here. But another guy coming in, and Sunny going to go down to Katie, and that's the information for ENCE that it's going to be T-spawn with the bomb. This should enable a fast rotation from the CTs. And Aloe is going to be here, but he has 20 HP, and Glaze already in shadow. Going to get these 2 kills on Aloe and Xarte, who are on that A site, leaving just poor old Stone with 22 HP, 5-7 on armor to work with. So slim chance for him to make anything happen, and Loma is going to get that kill as well. So going into round number 15, we are sitting at a 9-5 scoreline in favor of ENCE. And let's look at this. If Stonda has the means to buy an op, but it's going to be a glass cannon. No armor, no nades, nothing. Everyone else still, they have M4s and a lot of nades, but look at this. Loma opting to go to that A slope directly. Seems like Preparation might be looking for another A push directly, just sending one player, or just Katie into middle. It's going to be creating distraction, and just an A push from the Palace is coming through. Sun is going to be on the hot seat. He's going to be dueling here with Glaze, and Glaze coming out on top. Gets that first kill. That's going to be that A site loss for ENCE. Good job from Preparation. He was playing a very direct, simple Counter-Strike. Look at that, though. Crystal through a wall, connecting on a headshot with the T-Auto sniper. Why not?
Oh, I thought that was him getting that spray through the smoke as well. That would have been absolutely insane. But yeah, I mean, Sart and Stonda actually picking up a few frags here, and a good nade as well. So they are going to be putting up a bit more damage onto Vincent. So every single T player is more or less low. Yeah. But Stonda now has an AWP. He doesn't have armor, and it's his chances are very slim. He has to play this. He doesn't even have a kit. But since it's the last round of the half, of course, he has to play this.
Yeah, no kit is the big factor, really. And Venton is going to pick it up, and it's a nice comeback from the Danish guys who are, or Danish and Swedish guys who are making a lot of noise there in the background. Again, not sure if you guys can hear it, but yeah, I mean, they switched up their game style towards the end, playing a lot faster, just direct pushes on those sites, and they managed to surprise the CTs of ENCE off guard quite a few times, actually.
Yeah, and they were behind 8-2, but ended up with a 9-6, which isn't bad. So
no,
it's actually going into the second half. It gets definitely interesting. It would have been a bit of a shame if we had yet another stomp, but it's looking like it could be quite a close game.
Yeah, and it seems like one of the players is having to take a bathroom break, so we're gonna let him have that, and gonna take a couple of minutes here to resume the game. But looking at the scoreboard quickly, on top of the scoreboard, more precisely, it's quite even on both sides, to be honest with you. Aloe is the leading man on ENCE's side, sitting at 15, 2, and 10, followed by Sunny at 13, 2, and 7. On the other side, you have Glaze on Preparation side, sitting at 11, 0, and 10, and then 9, 8, and 8, and 8. So it's very, very even on the scoreboard. No one really dominating or being the single man making the huge plays, really. It's been a team effort on pretty much both sides, actually, of the outcome of the score of this first half.
Yeah. I'm hoping that we get yet another good... well, I hope we get a good second half. I hope we get yet another good half here. I mean, I think potentially Team Preparation will have an easier time now that they really can... I don't know, it's just on T side... that AWP doesn't necessarily do as much damage. Well, obviously it does the same amount of damage, but it's not as powerful, because it can be quite hard to find entry frags, especially when ENCE have been playing so passively as they have. We didn't see Kaden get more than one, I think, throughout this whole half. But maybe he will have an easier time on the CT side, whereas when ENCE move over, what really worked well for them was the double AWP setup, but now they're going to the T side, and a double AWP setup on Mirage on the T side isn't as usual and isn't as powerful. So perhaps it will actually favor Team Preparation in that way, the fact that ENCE most likely won't be picking up 2 AWPs.
Yeah, I don't see that being a likely option unless they really become desperate. But it's all a matter on the T side to make that offer on the CT side as uncomfortable as possible. But we are on the second pistol round of this match. ENCE is going to be on that T side. We have Stoned out with a grenade, a flash, and a smoke. Xarte on with a Molotov and a smoke. So a bit of an execute is to be expected here. The lone man towards B Aloe in B apps. Everyone else are actually going to be faking A side and then have a bit of a B push afterwards. Seems like that's going to be the plan. But look at Cadian. He's already catching up here in middle. He's going to be facing one of the T's with the bomb middles. He's going to have that information of what's going on. Sunny going to get a kill in CT spawn. That's interesting. Venton going down. So right now, we have Yuho and Sunny here in CT spawn. It's going to make it super awkward for the CTs, and let's see what the decision is from ENCE. It seems like they're going to be rotating from T spawn and go to the A site, which they know is going to be clear. But it's going to be Lame here in window room, spotting towards players crossing to the bomb site. But it seems like all of ENCE players are actually in Palace. Lame going to shoot a bullet, but not connecting on anyone. Sunny going to take down Crystal, and then Lame coming in with the kill on Stonda.
And I think Sunny also dinked Glaze, so he is low, Lama is low, and they do have a diffuse kit, they do have a smoke, but it's a very, very hard retake. They do have some very good afterplant positions to tease, and Sunny going to be taking down yet another one. So the USP proving a bit too strong here, and Lama charging in, but he's going to throw up the smoke. It's not even where the bomb is actually planted, so he's actually a bit confused. It's planted hotspot, and he still hasn't realized, so... That smoke play, it could have potentially worked. He has a kit, he has a smoke, but when you can't find the bomb,
yeah, that's a bit of an issue.
It gets hard to defuse it at least.
Yeah, it could be a case of, sometimes the sounds in CSGO right now are actually quite weird, has to be said. So, either that or he's just being weird.
Yeah. Or maybe, sometimes it can be just your teammates talking a bit too much.
That's going to be pistol round for ENCE right now. And preparation, have 3 armors, upgraded pistols, pretty much across the board. ENCE taking things slow. For Mason control, and Crystal is going to be pushing here in Cat. He's going to get tacked up down to 67. That's a okay trade for him to try and see what's going on. Aloe with the Mac 10. They're going to gain some information. Going to be in connector. Wow, Crystal here is going to be seeing Yuho. Is he going to manage to connect on some bullets? Does on one. Crystal's going to get a trade, though. It's a 4-on-4 situation. Cadian alone here in B. The question is he going to be able to come in with a kill? But that's the rest of the CTs coming in as well for the rotation. It's going to be a 3-on-2 situation here. A lot of kills being made here, but it's going to be Benton down as the last guy. Aloe also on the flank. So, in the end of the day, ENCE pretty much survived that situation in a pretty okay manner, surviving with 3 players, and that being a half force buy from preparation. It's pretty decent from the Finns in this situation. Look at this. They have ENCE has an MP7, 2 Mac 10s, a Deagle, just 1 lone AK-47 going into this round. So they're looking to build some economy and try to maybe build some momentum as well during a run and gun with these SMGs, really.
Yeah, pop flash into connector. It's a nice way to clear that area of the map. They do have a bit of a stack here towards the B bomb side. It does look like ENCE actually heading towards that side of the map.
Yep.
So it could be the difference maker here for preparation. Sitting pretty much every single player here. They are going to be spotted out. They do have a couple of SMGs, actually quite a few. So it's going to be quick and easy work, it seems. Cadian last man standing, going to be taking down 1. Will most likely not find any more, and he won't. So Aloe going to be taking him down, and that is going to be 12-6. So a bit of an uphill struggle from here on out from team preparation.
Yeah, it definitely is. And Cadian is going to go directly on that op. Meanwhile, the rest of his teammates are going to go on in 4s, and it's going to be this first weapon round of the second half. As you said, 12-6 for ENCE. So this round potentially a huge factor into which direction this game is going to take. And let's look at what the ENCE's approach is right now. It's going to be 2 middle, 2 underground or P-apps, really. Just waiting for to see what the CTs are doing. They are playing quite aggressively, actually. 2 around connector, 1 in B short. Actually, a second guy coming in from B short. So a lot of heavy mid presence from the CTs. Trying to force a play here, but in the meanwhile, look at this. You have 2 of the Ts are just going in close in B-apps. Stonda might be able to spot Glaze here. It's up. Ian's going to get picked up by Stonda as well. That's going to be the first kill going in the favor of ENCE. And this is round number 19.
How does Stonda ever win that fight? I'm not quite sure if you'd already predicted that Glaze would have been boosted, or he just cleared the angle so slow that he could peek the boost first. But if it was a flick shot of some sort, that was absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
And that pretty much made the round. That single kill actually opened up the round massively, and therefore now ENCE, they have the bomb site. They did also get another kill on B, but The CTs are on a save already.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, the thing was, once Stonda got that kill on B short, that enabled those 3 people in B apps to know there's probably going to be just one more in B. So we want to push and put pressure on there right away. And getting that kill in the B side, it's going to be the side open, but there's still some kills going on here. It's going to be Katie and Llama here starting to save these weapons with 3 remaining ENCE players trying to take these guns away, but it doesn't seem likely right now that they're going to be managing that. Seems like this op and M4 is going to be saved by the Danish-Swedish team of preparation, but 13-6 in favor of ENCE. ENCE looking really good in this situation, winning that first weapon round as well. But look at this, preparation has gone all in on this round. They have an op and 4s and 5-7 and a lot of mid aggression coming in. But in the meanwhile, it's going to be 4 of the T's just rushing into B with a lone glaze here in B. He needs to make some magic happen, but is he going to make it? He gets the first kill, goes down to 40 HP, still playing around here. Not going to connect on Xarte. He's going to trade that kill, but Llama and Benton coming in. It's going to be a 2-on-3 situation. Make it that a 3-on-1 with just on the alive for ENCE.
We get an Alamix player on the server just for banter, but now it's Stonda, the odd player. Wow, the odd player for ENCE, who isn't a 1 versus 3. He does have the bomb plant, so it is definitely doable, but misses the first shot, and that makes it just an infinite amount of times harder. He's going to be missing yet another shot. He's going to be missing yet another shot. So 3 in a row now, and Stonda just not able to connect any of the shots here, and Cadian takes him down, closes out the round, and team preparation actually getting rewarded for that force buy that they managed to put together here.
Yeah, actually, choice-wise, I think it was ENCE did the right choice of just pushing into B with just one of the players in there, but not managing to get the bomb down quickly enough. It was a lone player in B that managed to stay alive for such a long time. That just didn't work in the favor of ENCE, and still going to be a full buy for ENCE at this point. It's going to be 13-7 scoreline. Up on Stonda as well. So a bunch of needs to work with for the Finnish team. And we're going to be taking a slow approach here into round number 21. Cadian, though, has forced to play in A Palace. Is going to get that first pick on Sunny. And that's going to be one of the first times we actually see preparation with the advantage to start things off on the CT side.
Yeah, and it's Cadian, the op coming into play this time. Now Glaze, I think he's actually he's kind of amounted to what I would have expected. I said I kind of highlighted him and expected good things, but I think he's actually been very solid both on T and CT side. Definitely one of the best players on the CT team now. But Cadian going to be dropping to Stun, and it seems like the op battles just go in favor of ENCE every single time. Cadian really hasn't been able to step up to the plate this time around. Glaze, though, going to be taking down Sard, and that once again puts them into an advantageous position as far as numbers go. But Stonda yet again takes down Glaze, and now they're just going to be heading to the B bomb site.
Yeah, Crystal is going to be that guy here just waiting and gets another headshot. Those are nice 2 kills. Going to leave Alu alone in this situation. Crystal with the great plays. Going to be possible for his team. Is going to go for another kill, but Alu's going to retaliate. Finally, making it into 1-on-2. It's still plausible with just 20 seconds to go. It's going to be hard for him, but is he going to be able to connect on the next shots? Is the question here. No, it's Llama actually that's going to get it. It's going to be Venton and Llama winning that in the end in a 2-on-1 situation, and money for ENCE is broken. They're going to have to go on a save here. A very back and forth round in terms of trading kills, and it goes Crystal around that van area, managing to get those 2 kills, and everyone from ENCE not really realizing that there could be a potential of being a player in that area. And he got some free kills to the side and the back of the players of ENCE.
So, yet another round coming up, and this time it is 3 Glocks and 2 Deagles. Very interesting buy, seeing as 3 have not invested at all and 2 have bought the most expensive pistols in the game. But Cadian once again finding the first strike, this time less impressive as it is versus pistols, but still important as Crystal is going to be taking the battle in mid, and he looks to keep on taking this battle. Llama, Crystal, Glaze taking one apiece, and then Crystal closes it out in style.
Yeah. And they're getting excited on that eco bash. of just destroying ENCE on pretty much clocks across the board. And it's going to be another bite for them, though. AKs, no AWP in the play. It's going to be a 13-9 in the scoreline, and this is the point where potentially Preparation can even think about coming back into this. But let's see what the approach is from ENCE. They're taking things slow once again. Seems like giving a bit of pressure towards his B bomb side and A bomb side, actually, simultaneously. Salu, and I think it's, yeah, Xarda. But look at this, though. Yuho is getting baited into just pushing up and not checking that right corner, and he's not going to check it. He got baited. And Venton connecting on Sunny as well, so this is definitely not going the way of ENCE. It's going the way of Preparation for sure, getting those first 2 kills. And this means that the remaining Ts need to make some kind of a move here. They need to make a play at this point.
So Crystal, once again, looking to be the standout player. And the T is actually playing this very slowly, and it enables a lot of rotations. Glaze in good positioning, going to be taking down Sart. So 2 more players to find. He's dropping his gun, trying to see if he can pick up one with more one-shot capabilities. And just that single kill actually has completely halted the push. So Glaze still going to be holding the angle, of course, but the T's might be even considering to save here.
Yeah, 30 seconds on the clock, so they'll probably do that as well. 2-on-5 situation is super hard. They have the bomb, but still, I mean, situation so that they have not gained a lot of control. So saving the weapons is the choice that they are opting to take at this point. And yeah, these rounds have been super clean for Preparation and recently, so they are definitely building back, making things harder for ENCE to close this out. A bit of a comeback coming in from the Danish-Swedish side in this situation. And yeah, it's just waiting the round out. Preparation picking up, getting into double digits at this point. And a lot of money for them in the bank as well. So it's looking pretty okay for Preparation, though. As I mean, the rounds for a couple of rounds before were rather close of trading kills. It was just usually one player that managed to make a huge impact and made a difference. Look at this, and it's just going to be heavily investing into this one. 2 Tech-9s, a Deagle, 2 AKs. And KDN going to be facing here in A Palace. He's going to get that kill too. It's going to fall back. Seems like the plan from ENCE was just to push from A Palace with 3 players while 2 are in middle. But Yuho going down right away. It's just going to destroy those plans right from the get-go.
So now it's Sonny looking to lead the charge instead of his teammate, and we'll see if he does a better job. Once again, KDN opening up into the round, and Sonny really wanting to actually look for someone. I'm not sure he should be battling the stairs angle, but Venton proves that even if he does take a close quarters battle, he's still not going to be ending out on top. So Stonda going to be picking off Glaze, and good grenade usage from the CTs, making sure that the T's can't just quickly explode onto the bomb site. And T's fairly evenly spread across the map here, and KDN definitely wanted to take this peek. He misses the shot. It could have been definitely the round 1 there, but instead it is now still a possibility for ENCE, but Loma going to be taking down Alu, and it makes it just so much harder for the T's, who are kind of left stranded in 2 different positions. So Sart going to be playing, only has a body armor and a Deagle. Could have saved, but I mean, he's probably going to be getting more money since I believe this was like their 4th round in a row or something like that. I think the scoreboard is slightly bugged, so you can actually see.
Oh, yeah, it is actually. Let's check that. Boom, boom, boom. I feel, yeah, it's, I think the 5th round in a row, or 4th. However, this looks like ENCE is half buying into this with an AK, Tech-9s and whatnot. KD gonna be, he could be in a world of trouble pushing like this. He needs to connect on that first shot. He's gonna get swarmed otherwise with Tech-9s here. But it's gonna be actually 2 of the T's are here. Yuho gonna connect on Crystal, leaving just KD in here alone. He's gonna be in car, going trying to fall back. He's gonna get a kill on Xarte, but Sunny from short is gonna connect. So that is gonna a lot better for ENCE than they would have probably expected, all things considered. A nice B split from the Finns. It's going to be a 4-on-2 situation in their favor. They have all the control. And the bomb's going down. Alu going to get a kill on Venton as well, leaving Aloma alone here. So that be push from Team Preparation. Definitely not working in their favor. It was Yuho getting that first kill, and then Cadian trying to fall back. Not connecting any shots. He's been whiffing quite a few shots, actually, the last two rounds where he could have definitely made a difference. That's going to be putting ENCE into 14-11 lead at this point.
Yeah, and this is a very crucial round, seeing as neither team really has too big of a bank. And it's also the case that if Team Preparation end up losing this round, then they're putting the opposing side onto match points. So they're definitely looking to win this. And if they do, they will be pushing ENCE to perhaps a force buy and then an eco afterwards. So Lomme just hero play, jumps down onto his opponent's head there and actually takes him out. Glaze also finding one, and also one kill coming out from ENCE. So Cadian going to be taking down Sonny. And Venton dropping Alu very low, but Alu also dishing out a bit of damage. Stunde with the AWP, we've seen him step up massively today, and he's going to be taking down Cadian. So once again, an AWP-to-AWP battle going in favor of the Finns, as Stunde is definitely looking for this wallbang. Isn't going to find it just yet, but they're playing it slow. They do have a lot of time on the clock, and I think it's a good decision to just slow it down. Good grenade usage coming out from Stunde. Should scopes out at just the wrong time, and that enables him to get out there.
Yeah, 2 CT is super low. Our Venton is 18 HP, Glaze at 41, Crystal at 100. It needs to be Stunde that makes the plays, otherwise it's going to be hard because Alu is sitting at 20 HP. But CTs are playing very passively. They're just letting ENCE into walking in here. I'm going to be by the stairs. One in window room and one is in B apps. So they have the information right now that B apps is going to be empty with 20 seconds on the clock. Bomb needs to start going down, which it does right now. Stunde needs to be the heavy hitter, like I said.
And he definitely needs to be the heavy hitter now that he's in the 1 versus 3. He's going for a 4K on this run. He does have a guy flanking as well, so this looks more or less impossible for him. But they don't know his position, and he's playing this to absolute perfection. He could take the kill. Unfortunate. Yeah. Doesn't actually land the first shot on the head, but I mean, had he known that Venton was low, he would have probably went for that guy first. Could have gone back to the other, and it's a 1 versus 1, which is quite likely to win, actually, because Glaze is also low on HP.
You can debate that. It would have made sense for him to try and get that kill on the guy. That wasn't diffusing first anyway.
Of course.
In trying to win the round, but that's a hard choice to make in that situation, and it's going to be this back and forth once again. It's 14-12 at this point, but a full buy from ENCE. An AWP in play in the hands of Stunde and Cadian as well. It's going to be another AWP battle, potentially waiting to happen at some point. ENCE having another slow approach with 2 in underground, taking over middle slowly but surely. The CT side, Llama and Cadian are playing in this middle quite heavily, with Cadian being dropped down into front of the underground, but gets picked up by Yuho. Llama on a kill onto Stunde though, making things 4-4. Now Llama is getting a shot from A Palace, I believe he was. Can drop down to 40 HP. But the situation, obviously, 4-4 is going to favor the T side.
Especially now that Llama is also below half HP. And as far as grenades go, it's not looking too bad for the CTs, but the Ts do have one of the most crucial grenades in the game. They do have a smoke on 3 players, and they do also have 2 Molotovs, so they could potentially do an A setup and then clear out the angles with Molotovs. The CTs do have 2 Molotovs as well, so that will help them block off any incoming push, but they do use some grenades on the T side as Sade gets taken down by Glaze. Bit careless, perhaps, to not shoulder peek that angle first, but hindsight is always easy to play around with. Crystal going to be taking down the first, and then Glaze going to be taking down one, and it's very important that Glaze gets that frag. That definitely changes how this round looks in terms of who is favored. With only 15 seconds, it's definitely not Alu, but knowing how capable of a player he is, he might just make this work. He makes it around the corner. He takes the first kill, but does not quite land the second, and that should... well, I mean, at least Alu gets a bomb plant, but it still should put them to a very, very low amount of money. I think they're getting 1,900 from this, and they forced up into this, so that would be 2,700 for them.
Yeah, I mean, there were 3 players sitting at $0.
Yeah.
At the beginning of this round, so not a lot of money for them, so it's more than likely going to be a save in a 14-14 situation. But it doesn't seem like it. they are going to be investing partially into this, but still enabling themselves on a buy in the following round. It's going to be Sunny and Al with an armor, Aloe with a AK-47 no nade, so they're going to heavily just trying to focus on hitting shots, and we're trying to force a play towards Crystal, who's done a pretty good job in that bomb site, has to be said so far. Now, a cheeky little boost from Preparation here in the window, trying to check underground without and spotting it soon enough, but yeah, things are quite slow here. It seems like ENCE is building up for a B attack.
I actually really like this boost since they're playing versus pistols. It's very likely that the pistols are going to be taking close quarters duels, and one of the most close quarters duels you can take is facing off against underpass, or at least coming from there and then facing off against window. So they're just going to be sitting actually with this boost, and even if they boost up in window ENCE, they will have that covered with Glaze standing and looking at that. I'm not sure. Nobody's actually looking at connector, so potentially the T's could be slow walking up, but of course that's, as we can see on the radar, not going to be happening. Instead, they do have a single player on B, and he's going to be facing off against 5 players in just a few seconds.
Yep. He's going to face the first guy. He's going to get a kill on Xarte, but then face 3 from different angles. He's going to go down to 13 HP and get picked off by an Aloe. Now that's a 4-on-4 situation. That's going to be the B-bomb side down and taken over by ENCE, but that Molotov is going to prevent a bomb plant right away. So that's going to be a time for the rotation to come in. They're all coming through kitchen. That's interesting. So next couple of kills are going to be crucial.
Yeah, it could definitely be the case of the first kill coming in massively and deciding who actually ends up winning this. But the first kill is going to be going in the favor of the CTs, and now so many low Ts, but they're actually just making this work. Lome going to be dropping as well, and it's ENCE. How do they make that work with just pistols, more or less? They had 1 AK, and Kagan even takes the first frag, but then everyone drops to 10, 20 HP, and they still manage to pull through. Fantastic play from them.
Yeah, I feel like if had a Preparation had a player coming through short, could have been a difference-making factor, but they all came through that kitchen right here that we see Kagan running through. And looking at money for Preparation is definitely not looking that pretty, but Llama is going to be opening up on 2 kills right off the bat. Oh, that's interesting start to this round. So I was about to say that money is not looking great for Preparation, but they start off with 2 kills. ENCE is just going to be running here out of Palace and out of a slope, and Sunny going to get that first kill from their point of view. Benson retaliates with 2 of his own, but then Sunny gets a kill, but Crystal then getting that kill to make a difference and win a round for Preparation. And it's a situation that I've got to be honest with you, I don't know what ENCE was doing there. Aloe running into connector, and then Duo coming in right after, both getting killed.
Yeah,
one by one.
Yeah, one by one.
Why is there no, like, boys, I'm going to have a word with those boys afterwards, like, what's going on there? Yeah. But look at this. It's now round number 30, and we're going to have double ops on that T side. Stone Day and Aloe both. They're going for some picks to start things off, and let's see if Crystal is going to phase that B Palace. He's not going to do that. Instead, he's smoking into the B apps, but going to get smoked off of it by Stonda. Meanwhile, the rest of the T's are just waiting for the right moment of doing something. Seems like, again, it's going to be a round of where they are giving a bit of pressure on both sides, and that's why they bought those 2 ops. Now, is Preparation going to be expecting this? Probably not. So they might be facing a little bit too much.
I mean, the luxury that Team Preparation didn't have last time of actually buying up rifles is a luxury that ENCE luckily have going into this last round of the game. Yeah. Or potentially last round, of course. It could be
of the regular time anyway.
Overtime, yes, of course. Now, apologies if my voice starts acting up. I am a bit ill, but we are professionals. We'll keep going as far as we can. Yes. Crystal trying to definitely go on and go ham versus these 2 T players, but can't quite connect. Stonda going to be taking down Gleason. If he also finds Crystal, which he does not, it would have definitely favored ENCE.
But look at this, 2 of the ENCE players are already on that A side. It's only going to be Cadian here on the stairs, and I think Cadian spotted Aloe there too. So he knows, he has the information, and as you can see, one of the CTs is rotating the CT spawn. In fact, they have pretty much 3 players there. 20 seconds on the clock. A play needs to be made by ENCE. Interesting smokes coming in, CT spawn and through connector. It's going to be a plant for that CT spawn. No, I mean for the T ramp more than anything. It's a 4-3 in favor of the Danish-Swedish mix.
Yeah, but a big gap in the CT smoke, so they can't really play that angle. Sonny, though,
Yeah,
this lurk is massive, and the bomb plant as well. This is perfect. You are going to be taken down. This is all about the T players staying alive for as long as possible, and Sonny already actually given away his positioning. I'm not sure this is a good idea. With only 2 HP, he might be able to actually defend this bomb defuse for now. He takes down 1. It's all left to Alu, and the bomb defuse is going to be coming in, I think, and unfortunately, Alu cannot make it work. So Lomme, with just 4 HP, ends up defusing the bomb, and we're heading to overtime.
Yeah, they came down to the after plan, and I mean, it was a round number, what was it, 28, where Alu and Yuho just running in.
Yeah,
no,
the connector.
29 actually, yeah, running connector 1 by 1 in a situation where money was super dire for preparation. Yeah, that was a giveaway, just a giveaway of a round from ENCE to preparation, giving them a chance. And this going into overtime, which I think should be resuming shortly.
And Lomme, who possibly underperformed in the first game, it doesn't really matter much since they still won big, gets the winning defuse, gets the the highest amount of franks on his team. Definitely shows that he's also a player that deserves his spot on this team, and it's nice that you want to have one guy, like one same guy, who underperforms throughout the whole tournament, because that can be quite detrimental. But having a guy like Lomme, who, in my opinion, I actually really like Lomme's playstyle. I think he's a phenomenal player. He's a very smart player. He knows when to take fights and when not to take fights. And it just shows, you know, he was the difference maker on that 29th round, coming in with 257 franks, and now also in the last round actually getting the game-winning defuse. So, yeah, preparation can be very happy with Lomme's performance.
Yeah, I mean, they are between 23 and 17 franks throughout the whole team preparation. So it's very... Oh, my bad. It's a very team-based effort from them. On the other hand, Alu is the top fragger for ENCE at 28, Sonny on 26, and on the other side of the spectrum was Xarte with 11. So more widespread on the Finnish team side.
I think that was expected, to be honest. I mean,
now the question that we should know that we don't know is it going to be max round 3? It's max production. Can we get that information if it's a max round 3? 10 or 16k? That's an interesting question. Yeah,
but it's they're writing to us it's overtime. But is it 3 each half or is it 5 each half? That's the question. I mean, is there any of the overtime kind of I should say different? Well, do you prefer MR3 or MR5?
MR3. Yeah, first to 4, so it's
okay.
MR3. I think MR5 is just maybe too long, to be honest. I feel like, you know, with every single round being a buy round,
yeah, that's
pretty much
thing.
in a max round 3 is way enough to determine who's going to be the winner of a match. Still waiting for the game to resume. I think players are often take a slight break here. We can actually see ENCE. They're all sitting down at the computers, so you can see them right now. Both teams are, as far as we can tell, sitting on their places, ready to play momentarily, at least, hopefully.
Yeah. As far as, I mean, I'm just going to go back to what we talked about just before. I also think that MR3 is actually really cool, because if you have a player who's a strong AWPer and he buys an AWP in the first round, wow, excuse me, if you lose the first round, it's unlikely that he'll buy an AWP in the second round, simply because his money will already be so low that it will be quite hard for him to actually keep on buying AWPs. And that's what I really like about MR3, where MR5, it's more often that you start trading rounds and stuff. I really have to sneeze, so I think I'll just let you talk for for a bit.
Yeah, try to survive. Yeah, like unless if you haven't noticed, this man here is actually dying.
I am dying
of cold. No, he's obviously not dying, but he's not feeling well. But yeah, max rounds 3, I feel like it's just enough to determine when you have buy rounds across the board. Praise basically in a max round 3, it's just enough to determine who the better team is.
And also max rounds 5, it kind of elongates the game for so much. It's 10 extra rounds, and you've just played 30, so I don't know. It's just I guess you could make a case that MR5 kind of like you'd rather have if you're the favored side, you'd rather have a best of 3 than a best of 1 because it has less randomness, because there's more maps to be played. It's kind of the same with the overtime. I guess you can say that MR3 has a bit more randomness since there aren't as many rounds in play, but it's I don't think it has that big of an effect in terms of randomness. So I think it's very player to player what you prefer to play.
Yep. And we are waiting for the overtime here to start. There's a situation where first half was 9-6 for ENCE on that city side, and then similar things for team preparation in the end. You seem like you're suffering so bad.
I am. I mean, the first game, it was pretty nice because it ended so quickly that I didn't have to struggle for so long. But now we're having an overtime. I've got to say, I maybe kind of hoped that it wasn't going to be one. But we are heading into the overtime now. So hopefully, since it's MR3, I won't be struggling for too long. And hopefully we'll get a good overtime here to end off the match.
Yeah. Let's get this party started. It is overtime in the second match that we're covering here at the Pantamera CSGO Challenge. It's going to be ENCE starting with that T side. They have it up on Stonde once again, and double ops for the CTs actually, Crystal and Cadian, and they're going to be trying to have some heavy mid presence right from the get-go. Cadian peeking from cap, but he's going to eventually fall back. Meanwhile, Stonde on that T side op is just going to be roaming through A Palace with 2 guys coming out towards Tetris, and Stonde is going to be actually connecting on Glaze. It's going to be the first kill. Llama trying to trade that kill, not connecting enough. It's going to get Stonde very low, though. Now, the next kill is going to be huge in this round.
Most definitely, and Llama putting a lot of good damage through that smoke as well. I mean, he gave Stonde quite a bit of damage. I think it went down to 39, and then just kept spraying through the smoke. Juho playing this very nicely and just shoulder peeking to get some information, but he is going to be grenaded out, and there are actually 2 players very, very low on ENCE, but they do have a nice passive setup to watch for the
smokes.
CT
That's a real
pushes.
huge problem here, really. They don't have a smoke. I don't know what happened. They just did spawn smoke, but Aloe gonna get a kill. Kill's just going back and forth. Now it's a 3-on-2. Actually, 2-on-2.
And it's the low HP players that are left.
The bomb is going down. Kaden also at 35 HP. So no nades for either side. Yuho gonna get a kill on Llama. They're gonna leave Cadian now alone with an op, and he's gonna get picked by Stonde. And that's the first round going in the favor of ENCE, who had a pretty straight up play there. Stonde coming out of Palace, managing to get that first pick with 2 other players coming out of A Slope and Tetris, and then taking that A side. But I think the really what I was missing there from ENCE was either they lacked a spawn smoke, it was thrown somewhere that wasn't supposed to be thrown, or I don't know what happened there, but that just made it a lot more awkward for them, because they could have easily had a bomb plant way sooner than they did. It's going to be straight up B play coming in from the offense of ENCE. 3 CTs in this B bomb site already, though. That's going to be super hard at the first 3 kills going in the favor of team preparation. With only Alu and Stonde here remaining, the bomb has been dropped. So, not looking great for ENCE in this situation.
No, but this time, they do have 1 smoke, but it's not going to help them as much as a smoke last round would have helped them. Glaze going to be just taking down Alu, and there's really not much Stonde can do. There's no real reason for him to save. They do have decent economy, of course, as it is overtime, and they're going to be heading into the last round being able to buy up fully. But I'm actually, it's interesting that Stonde hasn't even bought head armor playing against M4s, and that is going to be just taking him down, but he was already low, so head armor wouldn't have made much of a difference.
Yep. No, we're going to go to the last round of this first half on overtime, 16-16 for each team on the overtime so far. And an op on Stonde once again. Obviously, both teams managing to buy without any compromises, really. A lot of Molotovs in the play for the CTs as well. And an op on Cadian. Now, the Molotov is being thrown into the middle by ENCE, trying to sort of bait potential pushes from the CTs, who are playing with 1 in connector. One is going to be just kind of sort of semi-aggressive, I could say, towards that middle. Waiting for ENCE to make the first move, though.
Yeah, and Glaze, this position, I love it, but he actually jumps down from it and then peeks with a jump towards underpass. A good grenade. Does only 5 damage, though.
Yeah.
And so...
both players. Llama is going down to 3 HP, actually. It's going to be in a super awkward position as well. It's going to get helped by Crystal Actually, there's 3 players towards this connector right now. And a dink to one of the T's. I think it was Sunny, actually. So now it's going to be 1 player Arcadian and going to be low man at B. So this would obviously be the perfect time to push B, but this knowledge is not something ENCE has, and they are actually going to be rotating towards this A side. But that being said, it's going to be Venton here in Shadow. Llama with just 3 HP in Sandwich, so he could be going down super fast, and that could be problematic, putting a lot of pressure on Venton delivering. Yep, there you have it. Llama is going to go down, and it's going to be a lot on Venton right now, and he's going to connect on the first guy. That's Yuho, and gets a second one on Stone as well before Alo gets that kill. And in a 3-on-3 situation now.
With only 20 seconds as well.
Yeah, 20 seconds on the clock, and the bomb side, though, it's going to be wide open, so the bomb plant should be coming in here, but 2 guys coming from the CT spawn, they could be shutting off this bomb plant. They do make it happen, though, but it becomes a 2-on-2 situation. Now, Xarte being in connector could be that difference-making factor, though. Alo here, very low on bomb side. Is he going to make that shot happen? No, but Xarte behind. No, he's not going to get that kill. Crystal with big plays once again. Coming in, and that's going to be 2-1 first half.
It's not the first time that we've seen ENCE make a bit of a questionable decision about, positions where they haven't been spotted. We saw it when he was playing. Well, I don't think it was Side. It was someone else. I think it was perhaps Sonny or Juho who were playing. In the noob spot, and Benson wasn't even looking at him. It seems like they always shoot the guy who has kind of the least chance of actually noticing them. So, well, as the first player, so that means that he doesn't actually connect the spray onto Crystal fast enough, and therefore they end up losing the round. It could have maybe been a better decision, especially because Crystal shot Alu. If he kills Crystal, then he can still play the bomb versus Cadian. Whereas Alo has a much better chance of actually taking down Cadian than he has to take down Crystal because he's not even looking at him.
Yep. Now we're going to round number 4, though. It's going to be the first round of the second half of this overtime. The first to 19. That's the name of the game at this point, really. So ENCE needs 3 straight on that CT side to make it happen. Preparation needs 2 rounds. That's pretty much the end of it. Slow approach from Preparation starting off. Start things off. They do take middle right away, but once again, just methodically waiting for the right time. They're going to be smoking off window and connector right away, so could be trying to take over that B short.
But Sonny once again playing on top of the ladder here. An interesting angle to take, and he's going to be battling versus Glaze, who is going to be Molotoving, but this time again he's going to be Molotoving on top of it instead of below it, and I think that might actually be a deliberate strategy for him.
It has to be. I mean, there's angles you can look at to 100% have that smoke Molotov go down.
Even through smokes, yeah.
Now Yuho is going to be in an interesting position with 2 guys in connector. Canadian, though, is going to pick a kill on Stonda, retaliating, and to be short. And Venton is going to be coming up here. It's going to go down low, though. But Glaze is going to get that kill on Yuho. That's going to be that 8 side vulnerable for the CTs, so Sonny needs to make some plays, but does have the backup of Alo, who's going to be in that A slope. Bomb is there. Oh, Alo's going to miss that shot, and Caden's going to connect. Now, things become even more tricky for the CTs, as it's only going to be Alo left here now. Caden trying to jump, shoot with that up. Not the most plausible strategy you could say with that weapon. Doesn't happen all too often. Alo obviously has to go for this situation. Going to throw a nade. That's not going to make a single HP damage at this point. Cadian taking a shot, not connecting, and Alo is going to have that every day of the week. Make it a 103. The bomb was planted for connector, so that's only going to make things worse for Alo. He's going to try to get the next kill, and he's going to connect on Glaze, making it a 2-on-1 now. Smoke is being thrown, but that was never going to happen, really, considering how the bomb was planted and how the CTs were spread out, Ts were spread around. Making it ultimately a situation where Preparation with 1 more round can be clinching this match.
Yeah, and it's a very well played after plant from Team Preparation. I think there was a bit of miscommunication, perhaps, as Cadian kind of kept looking towards short when they already, in fact, knew that Alo was in CT. But they do still win the round, and it's very well played. They just don't peek at all, and with that bomb plan, it's a very, very good decision. We do see a bit of CT aggression, though. They do have Palace, and it's the first time we really are seeing this, but it's not going to pay off, at least not for the first guy. But Venton is still, well, not Venton, but they do have another player in there, and he might be able to do something special.
It's a 4-on-4 after plant, though. U-Hall's going to make a 4-on-3. Now it becomes a 3-on-3 as I say that. Now, it's interesting. It's going to be Crystal in a position in jungle that could be making a difference here, but Benton solo HP. So things are getting dicey here. Time is going down, winding down, and not having a kit though. Defuse the bomb. Is he gonna make it though? That's the question right now. Oh, it's so close, and he does get that bomb defuse. That was awkward. That was super awkward coming for the retake with that off. I mean, trying to stop the defuse with that off, but not working out for him.
It's such an easy angle to shoot as well. I mean, it's, you know, it's planted so you can only, well, it's a really good angle for slope, and they kept shooting, but they just couldn't actually hit him. But KD, and that's a massive frag, and now Alu going to be returning quickly, and that's also massive from Alu. He needs to find more though. Misses a very crucial shot, and does not find any more. So Crystal and Lom are going to be taking down one each, and it looks more and more like the map going in favor of Team Preparation. But Stunde not down and out yet. He's going to be taking out Cadian. And so that leaves them in a 2 versus 3 situation. Not impossible, but rather unlikely.
Yeah, definitely is. Stunde is going to be in a slightly awkward situation, but Molotov indistinguished by that smoke. Like Sorte already has it on the bomb side. Does have the knowledge that there's not going to be anyone on that site, but bomb is planted for such a wide angle of everything. And it's going to be close to impossible now. Stunde alone. And this is over and done with. There's no way he's going to be winning this. He does connect on Alome, but now timing is just winding down, and there you go. Crystal's going to take that kill, and overtime win for Preparation in the end. Feels to me, though, I mean, obviously I'm almost going to be biased in this situation,
yes,
talking about a team that I'm a part of in a sense, but they threw it away instead. Some
I agree.
Idiotic mistakes here and there, but obviously great plays from Preparation guys. Did help him make those plays possible, but yeah, situations like, for example, the now round number 29 where everything was under control. Preparation had 0 money, and then just an interesting approach of running into connector separately, getting mowed down by Llama, and then that's when things just crumbled.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're totally right. I think ENCE kind of threw the game away, but I think as soon as we got into the overtime, Team Preparation deserved to win. They were definitely the stronger team. ENCE, they kind of threw one of the rounds. I can't quite remember what happened, but I think they threw the last round of the first half of overtime.
Yeah, they did. Crystal picking up those 2 kills. I think, yeah. So, but I mean, the thing was, ENCE on the T side was trying to play very straight up, direct kind of a play where first just going fast A, then going fast B. First one did work, second one did not work, and make it a 2-1 in the overtime, and then Preparation also playing it quite simply. And KDN hitting some shots. Finally, he was struggling in the earlier parts of that game, but in overtime he actually was hitting some shots that made a difference.
Yeah, and I mean, Alu did get the bomb defuse in the dying seconds there of the bomb ticking, but really that round didn't change the outcome too much. The last round was quite close in this game, but I think the overtime deservedly was won by Preparation, but I do agree that ENCE were better throughout the regular time.
Yeah, exactly. I guess that's a good way to close it out as that game is done with, and as we can see in the graphics right now, the next game that we're going to be seeing is going to be ENCE versus Team Ancient. And basically that's going to decide on which one of those 2 teams is going to be the second place team in the Group A. But that being said, our host is ready for some action, so take it away.
We have the first overtime of the day, and we welcome Team Preparation for the semifinals tomorrow. We're going to be back here with a deciding game between ENCE and the Team Ancients. The winner there will join Team Preparation in the semifinals tomorrow. So don't go anywhere, we will be right back.
First blood, that's up there!